Hey, how's it going? This is another 6 minute video. This is where I talk about a random topic for 6 minutes. And this is just in front of a camera and a microphone, completely unscripted. The point of these videos is not for likes, views, subscribers. If you did subscribe, I would not mind, but I'm not trying to get famous off of these. I'm just trying to get a better sense of my vocabulary and my speaking skills. I want to become a very efficient speaker, and posting one of these 6 minute videos for the rest of this year is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to practice that and actually talking and forcing my brain to come up with things to say. Anyway, getting right back into it. We're just gonna start a new game here. I don't have a whole lot going in my life, so I'm just going to talk about something that interests me, and it might not interest anybody else. That's okay. I got a new light bulb today, and that would be the most a sentence could ever bore somebody is, I got a new light bulb today. Wow, you got a new light bulb. No, this light bulb is special. It's different, I promise. This light bulb is a mimicry or an imitation of a high pressure sodium light bulb. And what's a high pressure sodium light bulb? Well, I did a little bit of research, and it's like the high pressure sodium light bulbs are the same light bulbs that the government uses, or like big warehouses, gyms, but that's what they use to light their I don't know, the insides of their buildings, or maybe the outsides as well, like over the streets. They use those lights over the streets, the street lamps, and those are high pressure sodium lights. And the only thing special about them is that they last forever. They are very, what do you call it, consistent. And what's the last thing? They output a single wavelength of color. And I'm not really sure that's a con or anything, but that's just one of the things that they do. So I don't know if anybody has walked under a street light before, but you've noticed probably that the colors of clothes that you're wearing almost seem to disappear. It just becomes absolutely grayed out in that moment, which is kind of freaky. And it's like, why does that happen? Well, since the light, those amber lights, those kind of yellowish ones, since they output such a single wavelength of light, it has no other, when it hits your clothes and the colors on your clothes, it doesn't reflect any other wavelength of light. So any reds, greens, blues, it doesn't reflect those colors off of your clothes. So the only color that is reflected is the wavelength that the light is emitting, and that is that, amberish yellow glow. So anything else that can't emit that amber glow just looks gray, and it almost seems to think, or you make yourself think that, oh, I've lost my color vision. I mean, of course that's not true, but it's a really cool phenomenon to experience that. It's really cool because you just expect, if there's light, there's obviously color along with the light, but not with this light. It is so tuned into that single wavelength that no other colors can show from that, unless there's other light to come and bounce off to your eyes. So I got one of those lights. It's not a high pressure sodium light, but it's an LED that tries to do the same thing. I mean, it attempts it at least, but it's not as good, of course. I mean, it's a sloppily made rendition of it, I should say, because the wavelength, how tight it should be, is not how it is, and it's just almost there. You can feel like, oh, they tried, but it's just not quite there. I mean, the bulb was $50, which is kind of crazy, but I'm trading that for a pretty good lifespan, and it's a pretty cool bulb. I really like it. I think it's quite interesting to hold in my hand and quite interesting to plug it into something. I'm totally going to use it in a light stand and just flick it on if there's no other lights in my room and just experience it. It's really cool. It's really cool. I'm going to sell this minigun. Ooh, and we can afford the iron minigun. Heck yeah. Going to get a couple more platforms and we're going to get right into day 3. All right. we're going to keep mining here. So I wanted to get one of the real high pressure sodium light bulbs, right? That would be so cool to have it perfectly emitting only that wavelength. Like this LED emits, yes, that wavelength, but it emits a wavelength from 10 to another, I don't really know how to say it, but it's not perfect. The wavelength is from 590 to 610. It's kind of sloppy, like I said. Like, so any light or colors from the wavelengths between those will emit back to my eyeballs, which allows some color to come back to my eyeballs. It still gives that effect, but the effect's not perfect, which is too bad. But it's still pretty good, so I can't complain. For only 50 bucks. Because as I was trying to research getting one of these light bulbs, these high pressure sodium light bulbs that the government actually uses, just so I could use it on my own, you know, pretty cool light bulb to have, as guys do. What happened? Oh yeah, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. It found me a light bulb to make it work. But what I didn't know is that one of these light bulbs, to get them to work, you need to get another thing, like another electronic piece of equipment. You can't just screw it into your light fixture at home. You can't just do that. You have to get another thing that initiates the light bulb, like the warm-up sequence. So these light bulbs need time to warm up and actually get to a, you know, acceptable brightness, like setting. So that was quite a, I don't know how to call it. That was quite a surprise for sure. Let's get a what do you call it? Collector. So one of those things that initiates the warm-up sequence for one of these high pressure sodium light bulbs is $400. Just out of pocket, $400 to get one of these things. And that's just insane to me. Like, wow, that's a very expensive light bulb. I mean, it makes sense, right? When you're building a ton of these light bulbs from like street lights over and over and over, it just makes sense. Like, okay, get one of these things that gives them a little spark each time they need a power on, and it moderates the power as they start glowing brighter and brighter. That makes sense because you buy it once, the $400 item once, and you have it for the rest of these light bulbs that last, you know, 20,000, 200,000 hours easy, right? So it makes sense for a mass production kind of scale. But I am just a consumer, and I'm just a random guy on the internet. I don't have any money. I need to pay for college. Oh gosh, we don't need this. But yeah, that was kind of disappointing that I wouldn't get a single wavelength light bulb because of how just expensive it was. But that's okay. I got the LED light bulb, and it's chilling. Oh, we're already at 8 minutes. That is my interesting story of my new light bulb. Thank you for watching.